What's up, everybody? Your boy Pat back again with another edition of Unplugged. Today's topic of the day is tips and tricks and hidden features in your Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra, which is this phone right here, that you may not know that this phone is capable of doing. Now, before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell as it helps out the channel.
This is a Heat Rocks production.
So the first tip I want to share with you is an easy one. So most people will have a bunch of apps open, right? You'll have a bunch of apps open, right? And you'll come up here and you'll hit your recent apps and you'll see all your apps, right? And then for people who are using the gesture base, it'll be a swipe from the bottom and all your apps will come up, right? Pretty cool. You can see all your apps. You can go back and forth between different apps, right? But what if I told you there's a way to actually show it in a list format on your actual phone? And I'll show you what I mean. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to go to the Google Play Store, right? And you're gonna have to download an app, and I'll show you the app. I already have it. It's called One Hand Operation, right there in the corner. One Hand Operation, right? You click that. Now the first thing you're gonna have to do is turn it on. All right, so you turn it on, right? That's the first step. So the first thing you're gonna have to do, you see these handles here, you got right and left, and you see when I click left, you get that bar, and you see right, when I click right, you get that bar. So what these bars are gonna do is allow you to have sort of like what I have here, where I have on the side, you see? You get that side, you got all these apps, but this one is within this one-handed operation app. So you can turn on left, you can turn on right, you can turn on both or none. So for this example, I'm going to show you with the left key so you can see exactly what I'm talking about when we set this up. So once you're up to this point, now you're going to just actually click left handle. And there's three different gestures you can do. You can do a straight right, you can do a diagonal up or diagonal down. For me, I'm just going to do straight right so you can see this really quick. And I've already got it set up on task switcher. But there's so many different things you can use that straight pull out gesture for. You can make it a back key, a home key, a volume up, volume down, next track, screen off, close an app, your flashlight. We're gonna click this one here, task switcher. So now when I pull right, all those apps that are there that were here, all of these apps are now there. So you can see it all right there in one kind of list format. Makes it might be a little easier, but that's maybe a tip you don't know about your phone. And really quickly, we'll just open it up so you can see that that actually does work. You can go back and forth between different apps and right from that little menu. Here's another quick one. If you go into your settings and you scroll down to advanced features there, then you go into motions and gestures. You see that right there? I have it turned on, lift to wake. So this is a really cool feature because when you got the phone turned off, right? And you go and you pick up your phone, it'll automatically open up. Another feature you might not know about in your phone, I've actually used this probably since Samsung has brought it into existence. But if you go into your settings, and you go into if you go into advanced features and then you go into motions and gestures, you're going to see something called palm swipe to capture right here. I have it turned on already, but palm swipe to capture is really cool because you get essentially, you just do that on your phone. I'll show you something, maybe an app. Let me see if I can get it. Here, it's not going to do it on the home, but here, if you do it on your, it automatically just takes a picture there. And you can see the picture and you can edit it, you can share it, you can do whatever you want. But I'll show you again. Let me see if I can find something else I want to show you. Call of Duty here. That's it. Yeah, you see that you can edit. You can also scroll the whole web page if you like, and you can get a really long kind of screen capture there so you can see it. Let's go back right there. really long screen capture. So palm swipe to capture, another one that I really like. Another cool feature you might not know about your phone is Google Discover feed. So you got to go to any kind of blank screen that you have, and you're just going to long press on there, and then you're going to go toggle to the left, and you see Google Discover, and you also have Samsung Free. So you can turn on the Samsung one as well. These are basically news feeds. So you can pick and choose whichever one you want. We're going to go with this Google Discover for now, and then every time you click over to the left, you got your news feed there. So if you're interested in that, nice looking news kind of sort of desktop there. Let's just for fun go and turn it back let's go back and turn it to the Samsung one so you can see the difference. To me, it's basically very similar. I haven't used the Samsung one, but it's on this phone specifically, but very similar. So we got Samsung. So obviously it's got watch list and got a couple of different things, but I haven't used this, so it hasn't populated according to what my preferences are. But yeah, that's another really cool thing for your phone. If you like notifications, you're gonna really like this one. This is gonna allow you to have floating notifications. So you're gonna go into your settings, you're gonna go into notifications, you're gonna find advanced settings, and then you're gonna go to floating notifications. You can go bubble or smart pop-up. It's gonna show you what it's gonna look like, and it's gonna stay on your screen. So we're gonna go with bubble for now, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So not all apps are considered playing nice with bubbles, but messages is one of them. So if you're still in this setting here in advanced notifications, you're gonna go to messages, you're gonna go show as bubbles, and you're gonna select all. And that's gonna allow all messages to pop up in a bubble. So there you go. You see it come up as a bubble there. There's your little text message as a bubble. You can open it up. You can see the text. So that's what a bubble looks like, and it's going to hover around. So you can go within, applications, and that bubble will always be there. So if you like bubbles, that's how you do it. The other thing I wanted to show you here is it's in the same menu here. It's called motion smoothness, and it's called adaptive. So you can do standard, which will give you pretty much like regular smartphones, I would say, iPhones included, only have 60 hertz refresh screen. But this adaptive, it gets up to 120, which is super smooth. Once you start using it, you're not going to be able to go back to a 60 hertz screen, but make sure that is set on, because then it'll give you a super smooth scrolling. There's no better phone for display and smoothness right now than this Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Another tip here is for people who like gestures. I actually still kind of prefer the buttons down here, but there are people who like the gestures. So you're gonna go into settings, you're gonna go into display, and you're gonna go into, where is it? Navigation bar. Now you can do swipe gestures, and it'll show you some of the cool things. And then me, I like the buttons, but you can use gestures and not have these buttons down here if you like. Here's some camera tricks here if you're really into high resolution camera. So open the camera, you're gonna go to video, make sure it's on video, and then you're gonna go where it says FHD auto, you're gonna tap that. So you can actually shoot in, let me go back, you can actually shoot in ultra high def, 60 frames per second, and then you can actually shoot in 8K, 24 frames per second. 8K on the phone, 24 frames, just like the movies. Next up is for someone who's big into audio. So if you want specific apps to only play in your phone and specific apps to only play in your dedicated Bluetooth speaker, you can do that with a Samsung. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go into settings, and you're gonna go into sound, and then you're gonna go into separate app sound. You're gonna turn that on. Now, any app here, you can add apps, obviously. I'm not gonna go into all of that, but you can add any app you want. So if you just want, say, Spotify, let's find Spotify. Did I pass it? Oh, there you go. All right, so if you got Spotify, now only that app will show when you go into actual Bluetooth speaker. So really cool, Bluetooth. Now you're set for Spotify to only play in a Bluetooth speaker, will never play through your phone. So if you're big into camera and taking pictures and you just want to be able to access your camera really fast, there's a really cool way to actually do this, and I'm going to show you really quick. You go into your settings, go into your advanced features, you're going to find side key. So side key's got some cool things here. You got here, double press, make sure it's on, right? Quick launch camera, right? I had it as Bixby before. You can do it with open an app. You can pick up any app you want. But we're gonna do for now camera. And then you also have a press and hold, right? Power manual awake Bixby. But we're gonna do with the camera. Okay, so now that's set, right? Now when you come over here and you double press your power key right there, or what they call your side key now, they don't call it a power key, you're gonna get your camera. So nice kind of fast way to access your camera there. So there's a couple of different tips and tricks and hidden features that you may not have known about your actual Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. If you like these type of videos, let me know, because there's so much more that I could show you on what this phone does. There's so many more features, but I just want to give you a couple of the, I guess, favorite ones that I like and things that I use. Shout out to everybody rocking with Instagram, YouTube, the Anchor app. You can also find me on Spotify, as well as Apple and Google Podcasts. It's your boy Pat. Peace. Catch you in the next one. Next is anyone who's into big time screen specs. So the S21 Ultra actually is able to display Quad HD. So I'll show you how to turn it on, because it's not actually by default. So you're going to go into settings. You go into display, screen resolution. So as you can see, you have HD, which is 720p, you have full HD, which is 1080p, and then you have quad HD, which is 2K. So you can set that and apply it.